County clerks are calculating the cost of adding primary elections to upcoming Senate recall races.
Yeah, those elections could be added because state Republican leaders say they're going to be placing protest candidates into primary races. Now, GOP leaders say the move will allow more time for the senators that are Republicans to campaign before a general election. But Democrats say it's a dirty trick. Fox 11's Ben Krumholtz takes a balanced look at the cost of having the elections.
Fond du Lac County Clerk Lisa Freiberg says she started crunching numbers when she heard the state's Republican Party wants to force primary elections in the Senate recall races.
People want to vote, and that's great. We have the right to vote, but it's also going to be costly.
Freiberg says the county set its budget at $40,000 for elections this year. With high voter turnout in April and the Supreme Court recount, the election budget has already had to dip into $20,000 left over from last year's budget. If primary elections go forward in the recall races, Freiberg says she might need to ask for an additional $10,000.
The taxpayers are paying for these elections.
In Fond du Lac County, 2 Senate recall races have the potential to have primary elections. Republicans have said protest candidates are being pushed as Democrats in the recall race for Senator Randy Hopper of Fond du Lac and Luther Olson of Ripon.
I'm ready for an election now.
Hopper is against having a primary. He says any recall election is too costly for state taxpayers. His opponent, Jessica King, wants him to prove it. She wants him to ask protest candidate John Buckstaff to drop out of the race.
I think he has to explain, either why is he supporting this dirty trick campaign that costs taxpayers money, or what's up with the ethics of this race.
John should know where I stand. I've been pretty clear. I don't know if a phone call from me will make a difference. I think everybody has the right to run.
Anyone hoping to run in a primary election must have their nomination papers filed by June 14th. They must collect at least 400 signatures that will need to be verified to have their name on the ballot. Election day is set for July 12th. For Fond du Lac County, they are preparing ballots for 2 elections, not knowing yet if the July date will be a primary or general election.
It's going to be additional cost for the municipalities who are already suffering with the amount of budget cuts.
Freiberg says for the sake of her election budget, she just hopes there aren't any recounts in the recall races. In Fond du Lac, Ben Krumholtz, Fox 11 News.
However, if history is a benchmark, there could be a recount if Hopper and King face one another in the general election. The two squared off in 2008, and yes, there was a recount.